Can you believe it? Can you believe it that today, the 30th of March of 2021, is the day that the final episode of Black Clover airs? Can you believe it? I honestly can't. I've seen the episode, and I still can't believe it. I still think that next week we will get a Black Clover episode, but we won't. This is the final episode of the Black Clover anime. And before I continue any further, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank everyone that has worked on the Black Clover anime. I want to thank the animators for their amazing animation that they've done week after week, week after week. Like, they've done such an amazing job. Like, I can't praise them enough because their work was amazing, especially in the latest episodes. The Black Clover animation has been good. It always has been. Sure, it has a few bits that the animation was a little bit iffy, but you know, it's to be expected. After all, Black Clover is a long-running series. It's not a seasonal anime. It's a long-running series, so it makes sense why it would have a bunch of episodes that wouldn't be animated as well. But like I said, thank you very much to all the animators that worked on Black Clover up until today. I also want to thank the voice actors for their amazing voice performance. They've done a really great job. Genkai-yo. They surpassed their limits. They really did, because the level of voice acting that they pulled off in this series is amazing. It's really amazing, and I just can't praise them enough as well. Another round of applause for the Black Clover anime, for the Black Clover voice actors. Round of applause. And of course, the directors of the Black Clover anime, the ones that directed each of the Black Clover episodes. Thank you very much as well. You directed the Black Clover anime really, really well. If it's just one director that animated this entire series, thank you. But if there's multiple, I want to thank you all of you for your amazing work in directing the Black Clover anime. Of course, let me give you another round of applause as well. And of course, I want to thank the man himself, the writer of Black Clover, the legend, Yuki Tabata, for his amazing work. And I hope that Yuki Tabata keeps on making Black Clover an amazing series, and with each chapter that comes out and with each arc, Black Clover gets better and better and better. Like, I got a ton of praise for this writer. I used to read his previous work called Hungry Joker, and I really loved his work. It's a shame that his series got cancelled. Hungry Joker got cancelled, which really was a big shame. But like I said, I want to praise the writer of Black Clover because he's also done an amazing work as well. Another round of applause. And another thank you for all, and I mean all of the Black Clover fans that have supported Black Clover up until today. Because we have been through a lot, okay? We have been through a lot. A lot of people have said that Black Clover is going to get cancelled. A lot of people have said a lot of bad things about Black Clover, which turned many away from Black Clover. But those who stayed with this series, who kept on watching the Black Clover anime week after week, I commend you, because like me, you stuck through it all. You stuck through all the hate that Black Clover got, and we kept going until today, and it shows, okay? All because of all of our support, because of all of the Black Clover fans that united and came together to support this series. We are the reason why Black Clover has been, been airing for such a long time. For God's sake, we have been airing for 5 years. Okay, five to 6 years. That is a huge accomplishment. Okay, guys, that is a huge accomplishment, and I want to thank all of you as well. Okay, I want to thank all of you as well, because, like I said, it's thanks to all of you that Black Clover kept on going up until today. And for those who are actually wondering, is Black Clover going to continue after this? My answer is yes, it is going to. For those who don't know, we are going to get a Black Clover movie. I don't know when that is going to be airing. Like, I'm presuming that from the time that I'm recording this video, the Black Clover movie is in progress. Now, I don't know what the Black Clover anime is, what the Black Clover movie is actually going to cover. I don't know if it's going to cover the this current arc that we're going to after the end of this episode, of this week's episode, of the final episode of the Black Clover anime, or if it's going to go like a non-canon route where where the movie focuses on something completely different from what we're going on right now with the whole devils or something like that. Like, it would actually be pretty cool to see a Black Clover movie where it focuses on a different devil. It would be cool to see that, but yeah, like, we'll just have to wait and see to find out what the Black Clover movie is actually going to be about. But now that I've got all of this out the way, I want to give you guys my overall thoughts on the whole Black Clover, and give you guys pretty much just giving me this chance to be honest. Okay, be honest with not only myself but with you guys as well, and to finally admit, just pretty much say that Black Clover is, and still is in my opinion, one of the best shonen that I've ever read / seen. Okay, and I don't say this very lightly. And you want to know where I rank Black Clover? I rank at number 1, surpassing a bunch of the great series that has come before it. Okay, and I'm saying this because I know that Black Clover is great. Okay, and in my opinion, I believe that Black Clover is a huge masterpiece, and I still hold that to this day, even after the Black Clover anime has ended, even though the manga is still ongoing. So yeah, like, I remember that it was around the time that Black Clover first aired that I saw the first episode. And I remember when I first saw it, I was like the Black Clover haters. I used to say that Black Clover is a Naruto knockoff, and stuff like that, saying that the Black Clover rips off of a bunch of series and stuff like that. But even though I said that, I kept on watching Black Clover week after week, and by me watching week after week, I've grown to love this series to the point where I can say that it's one of my favorites manga / anime of all time, and I rank at number 1. Okay, like, heck, I like just remembering the first time I saw Asta on the episode, the first episode of Black Clover, seeing him as this magicless boy who didn't have any magic, and everyone looked down on him because of it, and then of course receiving anti-magic, and of course seeing his progression throughout the story. Which, let's get into that. The character development, the character development of Black Clover is something that I'm always gonna praise, because it just does really, really well. Okay, because like Black Clover, it gives a ton of character development to a bunch of characters. Okay, not just the main cast. It gives character development to side characters. It goes on to their backstory. It goes on to their character progression, and that's something I really enjoy about Black Clover. Okay, because it gives a ton of time for you to get acquainted with the Black Clover characters, to get to know them and come to appreciate their struggles and also improvements. And the better showcase of this, of course, is the Black Bulls themselves. The Black Bulls, every single character from the Black Bulls has gotten their own backstory and reason for their overall character when they first got introduced, and of course their character development. Okay, you got character development for Magna, for Luck, for Goj, for Grey, for Vanessa, for Finral, for Noel. Of course, you got Asta, you got Henry, and yes, I do remember every single character from the Black Bulls. Okay, you got Zora with his backstory, and of course, you got Noct, the vice captain of the Black Bulls. But I don't want to say any more than that because yeah, we are gonna get his backstory, but I don't want to talk about that. Okay, because I would just be spoiling. But just know that yes, Noct does have a backstory. He's not just some character that got introduced that got introduced at the end of the story, and we're never going to see more of him. Like, yeah, we have a backstory for Noct. And like I said, like we got a ton of character development for every single character, and you know, because of all this character development and character improvements for all these characters, there isn't a single character that I don't hate. Okay, like yeah, like for example, the antagonist of the story. Every single antagonist of the story thus far, I've grown to love them a lot because you got to see their backstories, you got to see the reasons as to why they act a certain way, and Black Clover structures itself in a plot that can easily make anyone a bad person. It can make anyone become a villain because of the hierarchy in society and the world that Black Clover is structured in. Okay, so it does make sense for why we got villains and stuff like that, unlike other series that, you know, just have villains for the sake of having villains, right? And that's pretty much it. Like, I could go into, you know, a lot of in-depth on Black Clover. I could always go and talk about everything that I love about Black Clover, the world building, the characters, the story and stuff like that. Like, I could always go through all of that, but I guess I could do that in a separate video, because this video is pretty much just for me to just, you know, be honest and pretty much show my appreciation for the hard work that every single person has done for this series. The appreciation for this series called the Black Clover. Appreciation for the hard work that the animators, the voice actors, the episode directors, and of course the writer of Black Clover. I really do appreciate their amount of work. Okay, because creating an anime such as Black Clover is not an easy task. Okay, it's not an easy task, and few could do it. Very few could actually pull off making episodes week after week, week after week, with such passion. Because I know that Black Clover has a ton of passion. Okay, it's evident. Okay, because the Black Clover anime, if you didn't know, it enhances the experience that the manga provides. Okay, and that's something you don't see very often in other series. See, when it comes to original content, when it comes to other anime, that original content has nothing to do with the canon story. It has nothing to do with it. But the Black Clover original content has everything to do with the Black Clover story. It enhances characters, it enhances characters, it enhances the world building and stuff like that, something that we don't see very often. But I think that now is the time for me to shut up, because I know that if I don't shut up right now, I'm gonna talk for hours on end about how I love this series. But yeah, I hope you guys did actually enjoy this video. Tell me your thoughts on the Black Clover story. Do you love it? Are you guys hoping that we get a season 2 of Black Clover. Also, what are your thoughts on the final on the final episode of Black Clover? Okay, because I would really love to know your overall thoughts on the final chapter of Black Clover, and of course the overall story overall. What do you like about the series? What did you not like about the series? And like I said, are you guys hoping that we will get season 2 right after the Black Clover movie? And speaking of the Black Clover movie, what do you think we will actually get for the Black Clover movie? Do you think that there's going to be like Demon Slayer, where it pretty much adapts the next upcoming arc? Or do you think that it's going to be something else, like a story focused on something similar to the current arc that we're in, but it focuses on, let's say, another devil or another antagonist throughout the story, right? And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you all next time.